Welcome, story lovers, to a tale that will warm your heart and plant a seed of goodness in your soul. Today, we journey to a place nestled in a quiet valley, a village so peaceful and special, it was known far and wide as Sundarpur. Sundarpur was no ordinary village. Surrounded by rolling green hills, it was a haven of kindness and community. The paths were always swept clean, the air was filled with cheerful greetings, and everyone, from the youngest child to the oldest elder, looked out for one another. It was a place where good habits weren't just taught. They were a way of life. One sunny morning, a new family arrived in Sundarpur. With them was a young boy named Chotu. Chotu had bright, curious eyes and a spirit full of fun and adventure. He was clever and quick to make friends, but he had a little secret: he wasn't very fond of rules or routines. His toys were often left scattered around, his hands sometimes forgot the touch of soap and water before meals, and the simple magical words, "thank you," often slipped his mind. Life in Sundarpur was a little different from what he was used to. He saw children his age carefully putting their toys away after playing, and everyone seemed to have a pleasant good morning for each other. It was all very nice, but Chadu didn't quite understand why it was so important. Watching over the village with wise and loving eyes was the village elder, Dadima. Her hair was as white as the clouds, and her smile was as warm as the morning sun. Dadima noticed Chatu. She saw his playful spirit, but she also saw the little habits he was missing. She knew that simply telling him what to do wouldn't be as fun or effective. So, she decided to let him in on a village secret. One afternoon, as Chadu was chasing a butterfly near the village square, Dadima called him over. She sat him down under the shade of a large banyan tree and leaned in, her voice a gentle whisper. "Chatu," she said, "I have something very important to tell you. Our village holds a special magic. Deep in the heart of Sundarpur, there is a magical tree. It's an ancient wise tree that only blooms with the most beautiful fragrant flowers for those who practice good habits." Shuchu's eyes widened with wonder. A magical tree? That bloomed with flowers? This was more exciting than any game he had ever played. "Really, Dadima, a real magical tree?" he asked, his voice filled with excitement. Dadima nodded slowly. "Yes, my dear, but its magic is earned. The villagers here know its secret. Each good habit they practice is like a drop of water for the tree, helping it prepare to bloom. If you wish to see its magic, you must embark on a journey. A journey to discover these golden habits for yourself." The challenge sparked a fire in Shitu's heart. He was determined to see this magical tree bloom. He thanked Dadima and with a new sense of purpose, set off on his quest. His adventure through the village of golden habits was about to begin. His first stop was at the edge of the village, where the rhythmic asterisk thump thump asterisk of clay being shaped filled the air. This was the home of Ramu Kaka, the village potter. His hands, though covered in clay, moved with a steady, graceful rhythm. Chadu watched, fascinated, as a lump of brown earth transformed into a beautiful pot. Ramu Kaka noticed the young boy watching him. "Good morning, Chatu," he called out with a hearty laugh. "You're up early today." Chatu, who had actually just tumbled out of bed, felt a little shy. "Good morning, Ramu Kaka. Dadima told me about the magical tree. She said I need to learn good habits. Can you teach me one?" Ramu Kaka smiled and pointed to the rising sun, which was painting the sky with shades of orange and pink. "The first and most golden habit, my boy, is to greet the sun. Waking up early gives you a head start on the day. You have more time to play, more time to learn, and more time to enjoy the beauty of the world. The early bird doesn't just get the worm. He gets the quiet, peaceful moments of the morning all to himself." Charu thought about how he usually stayed in bed until his mother called him 3 times. He decided then and there that he would try waking up early the next day. He thanked Ramu Kaka and continued on his journey, feeling a little bit wiser already. His path then led him towards the small village schoolhouse. The sound of happy chatter drifted out from the open windows. Inside, he saw Meena Didi, the village teacher, surrounded by children. They weren't sitting at desks, but were busy helping her tidy up the classroom. One child was wiping the blackboard, another was arranging books, and a few others were watering the small plants on the windowsill. Charu peeked in. "What are you all doing?" he asked. Mina Didi turned, her face lighting up when she saw him. "Charu, come and join us. We're learning one of the most joyful habits of all, helping others. When we work together to make our space beautiful and clean, it doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like we are creating something wonderful as a team. Helping others, whether it's your teacher, your parents, or your friends, makes your own heart feel full and happy." A little girl handed Chatu a small watering can. Hesitantly, he took it and began to water a small marigold plant. As he watched the thirsty soil drink up the water, he felt a strange, warm feeling inside. It was happiness. He realized that making something better for everyone felt good. This was another golden habit for his collection. Feeling encouraged, Chadu continued his exploration. He met a farmer who taught him the importance of not wasting food, explaining how every grain of rice was the result of hard work and nature's gift. He met the village weaver, who showed him how to be patient and focused, demonstrating how each carefully placed thread contributes to a beautiful pattern. With each new encounter, Shutu's understanding grew. He started waking up early, not because he had to, but because he loved the quiet mornings. He began helping his mother around the house, finding joy in the simple act of tidying his room. He started saying please and thank you without even thinking about it, because he saw how it made others smile. Days turned into weeks, and Chadu had collected a whole treasure chest of golden habits. He had almost forgotten about his original quest to see the magical tree bloom. He was too busy enjoying his new way of life. One evening, Daddy Ma found him sitting by the river, skipping stones across the water. "Well, Chatu," she said softly, "I have been watching you. You have filled your days with kindness, discipline, and helpfulness. The village is buzzing with stories of your good deeds." Chadu blushed. "I was just learning from everyone, Daddy Ma, and it's been fun." Daddy Ma's eyes twinkled. "I think it's time," she said, taking his hand. "Let's go and see the tree." She led him to a clearing he had never seen before, right in the center of the village. There stood a grand, ancient tree. Its branches were bare, and it looked old and sleepy. Chadu felt a pang of disappointment. Was this the magical tree? It didn't look very magical at all. Daddy Ma just smiled and gestured for him to wait. As the sun began to set, the entire village started to gather around the tree. Ramu Kaka was there, and so was Mina Didi and the farmer and the weaver and all the friends Chadu had made. They all looked at Chatu with proud, encouraging smiles. Then, something incredible happened. As if on cue, a tiny bud appeared on one of the branches, then another and another. In a matter of moments, the entire tree was covered in buds that began to unfurl into the most magnificent glowing flowers Chadu had ever seen. They shimmered with an inner light, casting a warm golden glow over the whole village. The air filled with a sweet enchanting fragrance. Chadu gasped, his eyes wide with awe. It's real. The magic is real." Daddy Ma put a gentle arm around his shoulder. "Do you see, Chadu?" she whispered. "The tree didn't bloom because of some ancient spell. It bloomed because of you. It bloomed because of the goodness you embraced. The real magic isn't in the tree, my child. The magic is in the good habits. It's the kindness, the discipline, the helpfulness that you and all the villagers practice every day. That is what makes our village and our lives truly bloom." Chadu looked around at the smiling faces of the villagers, bathed in the golden light of the tree. He finally understood. The village of golden habits wasn't magical because of a tree. The tree was magical because of the village. The true treasure wasn't a floral spectacle, but the happiness and peace that came from living a good life together. And from that day on, Chatu not only practiced his golden habits but also took joy in sharing them with every new person who came to Sundarpur, helping to keep the magic of the village alive for years to come. Thank you so much for joining us for this wonderful story. If you enjoyed this tale, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories. Until next time, keep planting those seeds of goodness in your own life. Bye for now.